Hello, everyone. I am Wendy Hyatt, and I'm here with Elaine Turso, who is the director of Diamond Membership, and she's part of the worldwide chapter. I'm so excited to have you. Um, Elaine is our guest speaker for our April meeting. It's going to be a virtual meeting, and that is April 17th. And before we go into that, I'm just going to share with you. Elaine is a business consultant. She is a customer relations management agency owner, speaker, author, and podcast host of the Bitch and Brainstorm podcast. She's often described as the wizard behind the curtain for many business entrepreneurs. She's the director of Diamond Membership and on the legacy leadership of Polka Dot Powerhouse. When she's not helping her clients, networking, or being a guest on a podcast, you'll find her watching reruns of her favorite show, Friends, as you can see from her background, which is awesome. And the title of her speech, of her presentation is To Automate or Not to Automate? That is the question. So, Elaine, welcome. And yay. I'm curious. So, to automate or not automate, why, how did you come up with this topic?
Well, Stephanie was like, I'm like, I don't know, let's figure something out. And so it just kind of came out that I could talk about automations. And I think a lot of people struggle with kind of knowing what they can automate, what they should automate, and what they should not automate. So I thought, why not talk about this? Like, let's talk about it. Let's dive deeper into that. And maybe it'll help give people some perspective and some ideas on how they could integrate automations into their business and really just kind of know, like, what should I do? What should I not do? Because really automations are used to help us streamline and optimize our business and remove some of the manual labor that we tend to do as business owners.
Hmm, I love that. It's kind of like a crock pot, right? You set it
Yeah,
and forget it.
exactly. Autopilot.
Yeah, and it's saving time. So that's really huge. What do you think? What do I want to ask you? So I imagine people will walk away with so we're gonna find out. I'm curious, like what are some of the things that we should not automate that people are? Are you finding that that's a common thing that people are leaving things up to chance?
Well, I think one of the things that people worry about when it comes to automation is they're worried about it sounding like impersonal. And so there are ways to add personality into your automations to where people sometimes have no idea that I've automated something because it's so personable. An example I gave was at Celebration, I had a quiz, which friend are you? And so people could text the number, they would get the quiz link, they would take the quiz, and then I had it set up that like 10 minutes later, it would send them, which friend did you get? And I had my automation set up that based on their response, I had a pre-planned text that would be sent to them. But it was so personable that people had no idea that I wasn't the one actually texting them. It was my system because it would say things like, "Oh my God, you got Monica? My daughter is totally a Monica." Like, except with her room, because, when she was a teenager, I don't know what teenager has a clean room, but she's Monica in some areas, but not Monica in other areas. And so I would just like bring that into the text, and they literally thought, "Oh my God, that was so funny." I'm like, "It wasn't me." It was me, but it wasn't me, right? And so, but then at a certain point, once if they reply, that's when I would take over the conversation, right? It was just kind of getting them to that point and asking them another question. And then I would step in as a human and start interacting with them, because I wanted to have that human element, but I don't have to be the one to start out the conversation. I just have to be the one to finish it. So
Hmm.
it's like, that's probably like the perfect example I could think of when you should and when you should not automate stuff.
Yeah. I love that. That's definitely applicable to people who are building their business online, especially too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
oh, so fun. That's great.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so excited that you're going to be speaking with us in a couple weeks or shortly.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see, what is one fun fact that you can think of that most people don't know about you?
Mm. Um, well, fun fact about me is that I rode a unicycle in a parade when I was in elementary school.
Wow.
I know. So it was like we here in our town, we're in military town. And so we have an Armed Forces Day parade. We've had it forever. And so when we were in elementary school, I think it was like fifth grade, we had an opportunity to be in the parade, and me and my friends were riding our unicycles. And I had gotten so good I could get on the unicycle without having to brace myself against the wall, which was
Wow.
like most people start out. And so it was really weird. I don't even ask me to do it now because I would fall on my face.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is a skill that I've always been like, oh my gosh, that would be cool to be able to do, but only clowns do it or
Mhm.
professional unicyclists.
Mhm. I know. Super
Oh,
crazy.
that's so fun. Yay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Elaine, and I look forward to hearing your chat.
Yes. Thank you so much.